Hey guys, Steve from PC Budget Solutions here, and I'm renaming the series. Instead of I broke it, can I fix it? I'm going to call it It's Broke, Can I Fix It? So welcome to episode 2 of It's Broke and Can I Fix It? And I'm featuring something here from a friend of mine that I built not too long, maybe 2 years ago. I just picked it up from him, and here's actually the tower here. Now here's the interesting backstory of this real quick for you guys. And I'm going to do this in a vlog style too, so it'll look a little bit different than my traditional videos. But I built my friend and all of his brothers' computers over the course of about a year. So they have 3 gaming computers, roughly $600 or $700 computers roughly. And my friend's computer was having issues with the graphics card. We tried to diagnose it, but we didn't really get anywhere with it because he stopped talking to me about it. Well, it turns out he stole his brother's graphics card, the one that's down there, and his is in this computer. So we're going to boot it up, we're going to test it, we're going to see what's wrong with it, and then I might have to take it apart and take a look at it, maybe fix it. So let's come along for a ride, shall we? So I booted it up here, and I have no video output. I'm not 100% sure why. I'm thinking the HDMI plug may not be in all the way. So that's going to be, let me try the other one. Nope, that's DisplayPort. So, I'm not 110% sure. This doesn't have very good onboard. So I'm going to take a, well, I have a VGA cable. Let's go ahead and see if that works. Okay, so the bad news is I tried a DVI connector, did not work. So there's definitely something wrong with the video card. So let's go ahead and take it out here first. I'm taking out the side panel screws. Now, he didn't tell me it didn't work. He says it was crashing on him. So let's take a look. So first things first. Oh, my cable management was not good back then. This thing needs dusted out. These are in, graphics card looks to be in. So let me take this thing out. We're going to open her up and take a look to see what's going on with it. It shouldn't be overheating. It has 2 fans. It's a boost edition. It's not the reference design here. So slide this over. Oh, wow, that doesn't come out that easy. So I'm going to go ahead and grab motherboard box here just so we do this correctly. Okay, so let's take a look here. At the very least, I want something that's anti-static. Looks to be quite a few screws to take off, so I'm going to put these on top of the case over there. And again, if you were to go do this yourself, I recommend not doing it on carpet or having anti-static wrist strap, or at least, discharge yourself on a case or something like that. Just be very careful, because you're going to have some exposed components which you can short very easily here. This case is dusty. I'm hoping this doesn't require a lot to take apart here. Now, just food for thought, this does void any warranty that you have most of the time, so just, be wary of that. Because manufacturers do not like when you open stuff up. They usually want to be the one that does that. So, see if there's any movement whatsoever. And it should move. This cooler is not connected to this bracket from my understanding. So other than a lot of dust between these two, I don't see any signs of excessive overheating. He said it was running hot. We're going to go ahead and spray these off with compressed air, but even so, it doesn't look that bad. So we're going to put this back in. It also could be the power supply too. From my understanding, this computer was working before he swapped the power supplies over. So let's get some compressed air and clean everything out real quick. So I don't have the red things at the end for some reason, but that's fine. Wow, just a couple of hits and it was gone. Ugh. Whew. I'm not sure if you guys can see that on camera, but that was bad. That one's getting cold, so I'll do this one. That's a fair bit cleaner. Always hold the fans when you're pulling stuff out. Yeah, that should be good for now. We just want to get this thing up and going. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy back together, put it in, and we'll give it another shot, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I have 90-something% isopropyl alcohol, which will be fine for what we're doing. Ideally, you want to get 100%, but I don't have that available to me, so I'm not really that worried about it. Get some more on here. Just be very careful if you're using like Ryan, which is Kleenex. You really should probably use like Q-tips or coffee filters, because they seem to, you know, not leave a lot of residue. That's always a tricky part about using something like a Kleenex, is the residue it leaves. Let me get a, oh, thank God I put the cap on this time. Get some more here. That should be good. Now clean off this one. So this does concern me a little bit, if you guys can see. I don't know what that discoloration is. I don't know if that is from excessive heat. Could very well be. Definitely could have burned up the core here. Alright, let me go ahead and it's not as clean as I think I'm going to get it for now. I don't think that's really going to make or break this working or not. Thermal pads are salvageable. They definitely need to be replaced in the next couple of years, but this card won't be that usable down the line there. So I use a simple line method. It's okay to use a little bit more thermal paste for a graphics card versus what you do for a CPU. But you still don't want to cake it on, because that can lead to bad temperatures. So we're going to plug in the fan over here. And then let's go ahead and get this bad boy lined up, which is always the fun part here. There we go. So luckily 6 of these screws are identical to each other. So just get them started. Don't, you know, over tighten it right out of the gate here. Especially these 4, which is where the heatsink is going to be forced onto the actual core. And the reason why that's important is you want a pretty, as even as a spread as you can possibly get on the core. So we have a couple more here. Two more. Hopefully you guys can still see what I'm doing here. This is why you have to be careful, because if that was a trace, I could have destroyed the card, as I just did twice in a row here. Let me turn this so I can have a better angle. And then there's 1 or 2 rogue screws that go into here. I want to say there was probably 2, but I only saw 1 over there. Yeah, not really that big of a deal. I think that's what came with it. So it's probably just like 1 or 2 screws, whatever. It's not going to make a difference, because these spring ones are by far the most important. The little ones, not so much. Alright, let's get her back installed and we'll see if this changed anything. Now don't laugh at my cable management, because it's horrible. This is from some time ago. But let's go ahead and get this bad boy installed into the slot here. So that's good. let's grab our 2 screws and just tie it back into the back of the case. Wow, that's some serious droop here. Let's hold this up as high as it goes here. Okay, that's just a camera angle. I was gonna say that droop looks really bad from over here, but it's just a camera angle, so we're good. I mean, it sags a little bit, but it's not much. More so the PCB almost looks like it's sagging, but the actual cooler doesn't. So if this doesn't work, I'm going to possibly try another power supply, because I do have, I think, 1 or 2 spare. Alright, so everything's in. Let's hook her up and let's see if anything changed. So I'm still getting the amber light. Everything else looks good. I figured out the issue. So, not sure if you guys can tell there. We have 1 spinning fan. Actually, let me go ahead and get some light onto this here. Light, please. Light. Thank you. So, we have 1 fan spinning, 1 fan not. So, I'm gonna have to go with my initial thought, and that is this graphics card's probably dead. But let's plug another graphics card and just double check. So, not what I was looking for. I put a GTX 670, which I wasn't even sure if it really worked, and we have post. So, the video card's dead. There's no fixing it. I could try to bake it in the oven, but I'm thinking that overheating was probably the issue. But hey, it was worth it. So, it's broken, but I couldn't fix it. Thank you guys for tuning in. So, unfortunately, I was able to fix the first thing that was broken. Well, not the first, but the most recent thing that was broken. And interestingly enough, that actual issue of the computer, there was more things that was going on. GTA 5 kept crashing. It turns out it was a USB hub that kept causing games crashing. That was interesting. This one, not so easy. Graphics card is toast. Chances are the core overheated because 1 fan stopped working. I'm thinking that fan didn't work in the first place, but regardless. So, but thank you guys for checking this out. Hopefully you guys find it a little bit entertaining, something a little bit different. Now, if you liked the video, definitely hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, that's fine. I won't do any more of these. Well, I probably still will, but we'll go from there. And in the comment section, let's talk about some things that maybe you guys have broken and attempted to fix, some success stories, some horror stories, things like that. That would definitely be interesting. And there's probably something in this computer that you can buy off Amazon, help support me. So I'll link something in the description below. But guys, this is Steve from PC Budget Solutions. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later on down the road.